Hi, Rick.
Recording in progress.
Disclaimer. The information and education material contained herein is meant to promote the general understanding and dialogue of GAN's processing. Such information is not meant or intended to serve as a substitute for a healthcare professional's clinical training, experience, or judgment. For patients and individuals, such information is not to be a substitute for professional medical, therapeutic, or healthcare advice or counseling. For medical issues or concerns, including decisions about medications and other treatments, readers, viewers, listeners should always consult their physician or, in serious cases, seek immediate assistance from emergency personnel. Prescription information, procedures, and use of medical devices information should be undertaken only by properly trained and certified medical personnel. We specifically disclaim any warranties, express or implied, including implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. Such information is provided, as is, and is believed to be accurate at the time of its publishing, but it is the viewer's job to evaluate the accuracy of any information found in this presentation. Every case presented is of their own experience, applied by themselves for themselves, and it applies to their case only. Every person experiencing health problems should seek professional medical advice and consult their course of treatment with a doctor. The processes of plasma balancing described herein are a natural process which supports the body but does not replace medical advice or therapies one is already subject to.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the 60th public meeting for testimonials here on Monday, November 8th, 2021. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute Education Department and part of the public teachings in English. My name's Rick Crammond. I'll be a host today along with Mark also, and I think we're ready to dive in, but first I'd like to play a video that's come up recently called A New Tomorrow, and it's with the voice of Mr. Keshe, And I think it's a good way to segue into today's testimonials workshop. Okay, so I'll play that, and then we'll get into the meat of the testimonials in a short while here. Okay.
In the world of creation, we had the two extremes, except in the case of the Creator and Mitra, where we could never bring the functionality of the soul within the functionality of physicality. We had the physicality hidden within the soul, or soul within the physicality, or in conjunction of the two, one would never had the understanding of the totality, where we could transit but exist in both directions. With the new cycle, this is what Einstein said: when you turn one atom, the other atom changes. This new dimension will blow that field which commonly exists between all the cells of the universe into that position, which means all the created things, as a gift from the Creator in a way, become able to transmute between the two dimensions. There's a reason for this, and it's taken a long time for it to be done, and it has reached its pinnacle, and it will be completed. It's already in the process of being completed. Was to take from the essence of the soul of every created things of the time, beginning of time, an essence of the creation of the soul, or the center, and create a new creature which carries all the essence of the created in the new soul, which can with it go from the soul of the Creator to the soul of physicality of Mitra. This is what the whole knowledge is. The Creator is the universe, and Mitra the dimension of physicality and its behavior towards the dimension of physicality. And with a new system, every creature in the universe will have the understanding of the capability to transmute between the two. This has a lot of implication for all races in the universe, because now they all become the same. In the coming time, we will see even change in the position of galaxies, position of universes. Many systems will move due to the changes which has been brought. Man doesn't have that knowledge as such to monitor, but we'll have the knowledge to see, we'll have the time to see that with a new field, as we call it, a lot of things will move in the right position to keep that ability to change between the two. That you don't need to kill to keep the physicality going, you don't need to steal, and the soul does not need to be engaged or to escape, to be out on its own, to be able to confirm its existence. And this this process will complete very soon. That the whole of universal community will be able to have the benefit of the two, both in the dimension of energy or matter, which never existed. When we released the soul, we had to get rid of the physicality. You call it death. When we brought the soul, you had to give it the physicality, and you go through the dimension of the birth, and then you have the whole commotion of bringing the two. With a new system, both soul and the soul of physicality work together in the existence of dimension, we expect a massive change in the physical characteristics of human race in the coming century. Because we change into the emotion of the physicality. The way, as I said many times, but many never understood, Indians and Pakistanis were the same, till one chose to take different kind of energy in the other one, and we see change of the feature. Now, with the balance between the soul of the man and the soul of physicality of man, many of us will change feature, without a shadow of a doubt. Man will change the faces of anger, man will change the faces of hate, man will change the face of warmongering, because we get satisfied in the fields of it. And this is part of what will be and what has already started, and the completion of will be the birth of Mitra. Physical completion of birth of Mitra in a physical dimension, not in myths. And then we have the soul of the Creator, which the two will complete the cycle. And then, as I said very recently to one of my listeners, then we'll see if Adam will eat from the apple of love and giving it. And then we'll see how humanity will change. And the whole creation will change. We are at the verge of that change. Much, much closer than anybody could think of, not only a human race.
Wow. Could you play that again or possibly close the meeting with that? Very beautiful.
Yes, indeed. Well, here we are back at the 60th public meeting for testimonials. And since Mark is remarking, maybe you'd like to continue, Mark, with your toe story, as I understand it. And then perhaps we can hear from Stefania after that.
Mm-hmm. And of course, for anyone listening, the stories are going to grow much larger than this, but we'll get down to the pinky toe for a minute or two. Anyway, I'd say about 10 days ago, whenever, I felt my toe itching in that spot. So then I went to check it, and sure enough, it felt moist and it felt like there was some skin there. So then, I basically just rubbed it, and I could smell it. It probably was a fungus of some type. All the other toes were in perfect condition. All the skin between, not that I checked my toes that often, but I checked it then, and they were all in perfect condition. And I've never really had any issues, although time to time everyone develops it. Maybe it's from wearing sandals with socks, which I do a lot. But anyway, so what I did was I thought of right away the antibiotic, or what we would perhaps call cup number 2. And I use cup number 2 of the cup of man. But it's basically a very simple nano-coated copper spring and the plain copper spring in a plain copper plate. And we call that the copper cup. But Mr. Keshe said it could be, and probably more, usually underestimate things, 50 times more effective or powerful than current antibiotics on the market. And I could even add another testimonial about the tooth, which, even before the Keshe Foundation, I thought I could grow my own teeth. But of course, it hasn't appeared up to this point. But I thought that was always possible. Anyway, I think I just got lost in what I was going to say. I'm transitioning from room to room. But anyway, I use it on teeth. And it was very effective on the last time. And I'm only using drops of the cup number 2 of the Cup of Man, which is slightly different, or maybe a lot different than the copper cup, or what we call. But Mr. Keshe said you could use them in the stacker, the Cup of Man 1 and 2 as the second and third cup, and that would not be a problem. So anyway, with the skin and what appeared to be, and I've been getting pedicures for probably the last 3 years or so, and I know Mr. Keshe said and I haven't been there probably in 8 weeks or 6 weeks or whatever, but he said that was a main source, these nail salons, of spreading fungus. And I didn't have it tested or go to the doctor. But anyway, I use the cup number 2 just on a paper towel, whatever a little small corner of a paper towel would absorb, and just tucked it in there. And by the next day, it was just raw skin in a way, kind of raw, pinkish. And then within the next few days, everything grew back and no problem whatsoever. Oh, you just happened to pull up a study people can participate in. Would we call this some sort of clinical study or Keshe Foundation study, Rick? So very successful treatment on teeth and perhaps toes as well. And I know that's one of the things this product, and Mr. Keshe said, has been very positive and very successful results in the trials behind the scenes. And it's an issue that many people cannot seem to get over in their entire lifetime. He said that the usual sources of remedy, there aren't any. I don't know if you want to go to Wikipedia to prove that, but even the owner of Wikipedia said it's not what it used to be.
I mean, there are products they use for toe fungus and finger fungus and that kind of thing. But they're not necessarily something that's a cure. It's something that gives temporary relief, and it goes away, and then it comes back again, and then you go out and buy more of the expensive product in order to keep your fungus at bay. And of course, that keeps the companies that are involved producing such things in business, and it's the business model of not curing people, but temporarily alleviating their symptoms so that they come back later for more product. But this might be a different situation where it might be more systematic, let's say. So in the Keshe Foundation store, this is basically the way I understand that this would be basically the same product that Mark was using, but there might be other things added or subtracted from the usual way of making the CUO GANs. I'm not sure exactly what's in this product, but it does claim to be effective on fungus. It says to add the GAN solution to 500 milliliters of water, mix it, let it settle completely. Use the 1/3 top layer of the water to wash the surface where the fungus is located 3 times a day until it is totally cleaned and the fungus stops growing. The GAN's fungus processing can be used until the GAN's particles are depleted. Now, it says it can be used on any surface affected by the fungus, and maybe they're generally talking about, say, a fungus on a wall or on a plant or something. But fungus is fungus, and almost every fungus that I've ever heard of does not like copper. So this makes sense that this would be effective for for virtually anything. So it mentions this product is released for testing purposes only. Every purchase is associated with signing a test volunteering waiver, and that's part of being part of the program to give feedback back to the Keshe Foundation about how effective it is and whatnot. So apparently they've been getting good responses. So there it is.
And of course, Mr. Keshe always encourages everyone to investigate and understand this technology for yourself. And he always seems to find and want to find an inexpensive way for people. So anyone who just can make cup number 2 of the Cup of Life 1 and 2, or the Cup of Man, which is relatively simple, you can avail yourself to this at little or very little cost and start to understand the technology. But I would say if what I did was a 10, this is a 10,000. So
Well,
this product here, you know.
Yeah, that would be good for people to give some feedback on that. They could try their own version or buy some of this and give us feedback next month on the testimonials on the results. That would be excellent.
And since he said that nail salons are a major, and how many women are, most would like to go, I always thought pedicures were, not very masculine, let's say. But then once I started to have them, I found they're so nice on your feet. But this is a major source of contamination, because I would imagine in these tanks and the chairs, you have hundreds of people's feet going through there. Even though they sanitize them, some of this material could become immune to any of the current sanitizers, like we see some of the Marsh Hospital and so on.
Yes, it creates superbugs from cleaning too much.
Right. So wouldn't it be nice to inexpensively sanitize some of the nail salons and get them to use this product? And of course, we know, right, copper in the GAN state is non-toxic. Of course, I wouldn't use too much of it unless you know what you're doing or under supervision of someone. But just a few drops works very well, at least on the body in areas.
All right, good testimonial, Mark. Anything else you want to add to that? Or any questions from anybody about that?
Well, I looked at this product for a couple of weeks, and I was there's someone who is a friend of mine's brother, and I haven't seen it, but even though I've met the man, I never noticed. But his fingernails have apparently all been eaten off, or they kind of grow, but then this fungus gets it. That's what the story is being told to me. And we've approached him, and he said, yes, so this is a product that I'm going to order from the store, and we're going to see if I can help him with that.
Ah, very good.
I've said this for a couple of weeks. I wish the store ordering was a little simpler procedure, but I'm sure that'll get streamlined shortly. But yes, anyone with any of this sort of issue, I would definitely take advantage and be part of it. With all the pictures and what have you. And of course, restore some of our dignity when these things happen to us. Especially the person that has to hide his hands because he has no fingernails or partials.
Yep, good point. Thank you. We do have a hand up here from Ricardo. Not sure if you have a question about that. Ricardo, go ahead.
But I'm just getting to the testimony. Used to I work in a salon, and I use my own that's a pretty good disinfecting or adding the plasma liquid of CO2 for everything. We science this start called I am using it and pretty good results. That's it. Thank you.
Sorry, Ricardo, did you say that you used CO2 GANs or CUO GANs?
CUO,
Okay.
CUO again for disinfection or all the place on the the chair, the map, the the salon. I use it. By the way, most of the people who are coming, uh, like 3 weeks or so, every 3 weeks, we noticed they didn't get any infection, even the infection around the wall, and that's awesome. This guy says this technology on that. I use it for clean it up, for wash the um, combs, for clean the chairs, for everything. You know, awesome, awesome.
Right on.
Actually, I am working on LA on a same salon, on another salon, and I start to use this technology, and that's pretty good. There is a lot of change, even in the behavior of the people.
Mm.
Thank you.
Very good, thank you. Now we have Lourdes with the hand up here. Could you go ahead? Is it Lourdes or Lourdes?
It could be a mistaken hand up. Sometimes that happens.
Okay, well, if they would like to talk, they can go ahead. Oh, we got another hand up. Roseanne, would you like to go ahead?
Hi, everyone. Yes, this is Roseanne from Toronto. I just wanted to share my experience with copper oxide plasma water. I used it as a mouthwash, not every night, just sometime that I feel that I have to do that. And I had a deep feeling, which was I had pain for a long time with that, and I didn't want to go for root canal. So when I started this copper oxide plasma water, I just swish a little bit in my mouth and I then spit it out. I don't know if I can swallow it. I just don't do it. And actually, it alleviated the pain, and I don't feel any pain anymore. And the sensitivity that I had for cold food or hot food is much less. So it made my life easier with this one. So I don't know how it works, but it works.
Yes, very good. Thank you. I think
No problem.
a couple of people have mentioned being able to have good effects from that in the mouth.
And Mr. Keshe always says, we're not doctors, we're technology providers.
Okay, thank you. And we have Filippo with a hand up here, so perhaps he's ready to go with doing the testimonial from Italy. Is that right?
Yes, it's right. I'm Philo from Italy. We have two small clips or two experiments running on two kind of Magra unit. One of these is just one stacker. It's not the all three stacked together. and something's happened during the test, and but we don't understand clearly why and how. So we had to decide to bring this two small clip for sharing and maybe understanding more what's behind. Okay, and I got this two video, but I don't know how to share it.
Okay, let me stop sharing, and that might make it easier for you to find the share window.
Right.
Now, can you see where it says share screen?
Yes, I saw.
And
Yeah.
do you have your presentation on somewhere where you can find it easily from the share screen menu? Share screen windows?
Yeah, I saw this. Okay.
And when it
Did you
says...
see my... It's fine. Did you see my desktop?
Yes, we see your whole desktop. That's
Right.
not so good,
Okay.
but that's... You can find... If you can find what you would like to play, if you get what you want to play up first...
Yeah.
Like...
That's it.
Okay, that works.
That's better?
Yeah, we see it.
Okay, fine. We look at these images and then we talk about it. Okay, well, I stopped sharing. These images that you can see is a stacker unit connected to a small battery pack, not rechargeable. And what we see connecting this multimeter at the stacker unit, this guy, by the time take this battery bank on the hand, the current increase, the voltage and the current, the ampere is increasing slightly, very fast. I play again this video for you. And then we have another one, if you like it. Lucio, mi puoi mandare l'altro video cortesemente? Excuse me, Rick. Could you help us understand this clip?
The last clip? Mm-hmm.
Sì, esatto, Lucio. Yes.
Te l'ho mandati, due te l'ho mandati.
What I would say is, what happens is, it's a field effect, but maybe not what's expected. In other words, our hands give off fields. They give off infrared heat all the time, right? Your hands are warm. So if you put that battery pack in your hands, it's going to warm the batteries. And as a battery gets warmer, it gives off more voltage. That's common with batteries. Cold batteries are less voltage. That's why it's hard to start your car in the winter. It goes,
All right, yeah, okay.
As the battery gets lower.
Let's keep it going. We have the other video, more interesting. Okay, it's fine.
And that's the beauty of
l'ultimo, il primo, fagli vedere il primo, fagli vedere.
Al primo, scusa. Sorry, Rick. We try to... Yeah, questo qua, Lucio? Ok. I'm going to play that one.
Questo è un altro, sempre con la batteria.
Qual è quello della scuola? Qual è questo? Questo qui?
Ah, No, non è questo.
Questo?
Questo gli dovevi far vedere questo che è tutto quello della
No, io voglio
batteria.
vedere quello della scuola non c'è, scusa Lucio.
Sì, sì, c'è, ritorna indietro, vai giù, dico, scusami, giù, giù.
Giù,
Ho
ok.
sbagliato.
Excuse me, Rick, we have a little bit. Io solo questo
No,
e questo
sopra.
qua.
Ah, questo poi ce n'è, ecco,
Questo?
quello dove sta MP4, 16245. Quello sopra, questo qui, 1, 2, no, 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 qui.
Quale Lucio? Scusami,
Allora, Lucio Battisti, 1, 2, 6, 1, 6, 2, 4, 5, 4, 3,
Ok, e questo
MP4,
qua.
questo qui.
Ok, I'm gonna play this video
No,
now.
quello sopra. Sopra l'immagine. 1, 2, 6, 2, 7, 2.
Ok, now I can see.
Quello.
Scusa, excuse me. Ok, we understood now.
Questo è l'inizio, diciamo, quando è successo l'aumento della tensione.
Okay, perfect. This video, what we are going to see is a Magrav unit, one stacker, connected to a car battery with a small load attached to it, and two kind of LED pulsation for create a heartbeat in all this caboodle. Okay, let's go and see this video.
Eccolo qua. E qui è quando abbiamo dovuto cambiare la scala del multimetro.
So what we see in this video is this Magrav unit increasing voltage, and this kind of stuff it goes up till 35 volts. Even this guy attached to the system a light bulb. The voltage it goes up. It doesn't stop till this guy start feeling a little bit scared about it, and as he turning down the system. Okay. Do I stop sharing? Do you want to see again?
Sure, you could play it again.
All right. So even this guy, they don't understand why the voltage goes up. Must be go down.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. It'd be interesting to see just how high the voltage will go, and yeah, that to me would be the exciting part. I'd like to I wouldn't turn it down, I'd turn it up.
Yeah, I know, but
that's me.
This is a school laboratory where Lucio, because he's a teacher, make this test. And so he get worried about what's happened to the battery, maybe explodes or do something unpredictable. So it takes this decision to quit the system.
I see. Well, it'd be good to get some more information.
That's the beauty of this technology. We can go from health to energy to agricultural to space. So it's beautiful to see so many different ways this technology is interacting with our lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Look, because most of the time as we talked yesterday, we're looking for energy, we look for voltage, but all the things goes around that we can't see this stuff, but we, in so many ways, in our emotional side, something happened.
And it would be nice to see a little schematic of how we actually hooked everything up. Because as Mr. Keshe has told us, sometimes when you do it wrong, that's the way your soul wanted you to do it, to learn something. So it could be a new way of even exploring another part of this search for energy.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
I can make it available before this meeting. At the end,
maybe that would be great for the reactor group too, to sort of go into that a little deeper. I don't know. I'd leave that up to Rick, of course.
No, of course, that would be perfect for the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group. That's the kind of thing we love to get our teeth into and start looking at in detail. So if you can have a live demonstration and bring it into the reactor group, that would be perfect.
Yeah, we have some more clips and we have more schematics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we are happy to provide you whatever it is in order to reach a new understanding about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's nice, Rick. You open the platform up for some exploration into this.
Well, that's exactly what the plasma group is good for. Like, this group is sort of what the results are from our experiments, our testimonial of an interaction with the plasma technology of some sort. Whereas in the plasma group, we get that, but we also get people experimenting, and they're just showing what they're doing and some of the results they're getting. It's a similar thing, but it's more experimental in the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group, and we get into some of the more subtle emotional things and various other topics and so on, which aren't really appropriate for the testimonials group here. So if you have something that doesn't fit in other categories, then that's a good way to do it.
And what was I going to say? Rick, the reactor group is on the same channel. Would you perhaps put some information about the reactor group? I know it comes on Wednesday, 7 a.m. CET time.
That's right, and it's at the same Zoom ID, same BAT channel, and like you say, it's every Wednesday in CET or CEST time of 7 a.m. and that's the same as 10 p.m. Pacific time on Tuesday for me. So if you're somewhere in between those, then you have to figure out your own local time zone. Yeah, again, that's every week. Same Zoom as the public Zoom for the Knowledge Seekers Workshop and the One Nation and this testimonials group.
And there's another hand up, Rick. I don't know if Flippo is finished.
from Liliana, I believe. Would you like to go ahead, Liliana?
Hola. Hola, Rick. Hola, Mark.
Hello.
Thank you por la oportunidad. Por favor, por ahí está Santi, si me puede ayudar, o Alenka. No sé si Alenka ya está disponible. Santi quiere compartir una experiencia. Entonces,
hola.
Hola, Santi.
¿Me escuchas?
Porfa. Sí, te escucho, gracias. ¿Me ayudas a traducir o te dejo todo adelante?
Bueno,
gracias.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, hi. Thank you for translating.
Okay, it's a pleasure. Adelante, Lili.
Ok, sí, mire, el grupo hispano aquí viene con unos compañeros que quieren compartir sus experiencias. Tenemos a Santi, también está por ahí Anderson y Patty Moss también. Entonces, y Raquel, si quieren compartir sus experiencias. Para que si tú les puedes hacer, por favor, ayudarme con la traducción y presentarlos, por favor. Gracias, Santi.
There are people in the Spanish group that want to show their experience here. So you guide me. They need to share the screen, or what do they have to do? Van a tener que compartir pantalla, Lili.
Okay, as long as they are a panelist, they should be able to share the screen. So.
Okay.
Tienen que ser panelistas para poder.
Okay. ¿Me pasan las fotos a mí entonces y yo las comparto?
Okay. Liliana is going to share. She's going to be a medium.
Okay, empieza tú, Santi, en lo que yo voy recolectando por aquí.
Yo te traduzco.
Tus copas. Tu copa que querías compartir.
Ok. ¿Y esa la comparto yo o la compartís tú?
No, tú.
Entonces.
Bueno.
Yo la comparto. Puedo compartir yo.
Ok, la comparto yo. Vale.
Yo creo que no puedo, a ver, no.
Vamos a compartir pantalla de Santi. Ok. A ver.
Tenemos taller ahora, ¿no?
Sí. Tengo las de tus. Está en.
Si yo no puedo compartir pantalla.
Compartir. Ahorita lo comparto yo.
Si puedo.
Ya te tengo.
Lo tengo a mano.
Santi, deberías de traducir lo que está pasando.
Por ahora estamos tratando de mostrar las copas.
Pero en inglés, diles porque ellos no saben.
Sí. Listo.
We are trying to share. Have patience, please. A ver, Lili, ¿puedes?
Sí. Sí, ya. Estoy copa. Aquí está. ¿Listo? Compartir pantalla.
Okay, I see the starting to share the screen there now. It's best to have what you... Okay, there it is.
Okay, that's Cup of Universe. You know it?
Good, we see that well now. Yep.
Okay. The red wire is connecting all the pieces that are not nano-coated. El cable rojo with plastic, el cable rojo con plástico está conectando todas las piezas no nano revestidas. And the black wire is nano-coated and it's connecting all nano-coated pieces that Mr. Keshe explained to us. So we have 5 nano-coated pieces and 5 not nano-coated. Tenemos 5 piezas nano revestidas y 5 que no. ¿Tenés el video, Lili?
A ver.
So I put seawater in it, and then I put I put half seawater and half water with magnesium, calcium, sodium, and I don't remember, and potassium. Okay. Yo le puse la mitad del agua de mar y la mitad del agua con magnesio, potasio, sodio y calcio. I made a mixture of them. That was the night I put the water in it, okay?
No. Ay, carajo.
Hay otro video, no tienes otro, ¿no?
Sí.
Esa es la noche que yo le puse. My experience with the cup is that the energy, it's enormous. It goes out of my house, and I've been connected to it to send energy to people, okay?
Y el DNA de la persona va a cambiar y va a sentir menos hambre.
Maybe Liliana should mute when you're talking because it's we're getting some cross noise there.
Lili, tenemos sonidos cruzados.
Okay.
You heard what I say?
Yes, we can hear you quite well, but we hear Liliana in the background.
Yes,
there,
yes.
Okay, a ver, déjame ver si puedo quitar mi micrófono.
Si podés, Lili, poné otro video más viejo, más viejo, sí. Si tenés, que muestre los guns. It showed guns like reddish color, okay? Like CH3, orange, reddish color. And los guns que manifestó fueron un color tipo naranja rojo, del color del CH3 más o menos. Y tiene una energía que sale para afuera de la casa, ¿no? Es enorme la energía. Y la he usado para conectar con gente, ¿no? Para enviar energía y buena onda. Y yo me concentro de la energía que yo quiero que de la copa salga, ¿no? Por ejemplo, a unas personas le mandé energía de la copa 1 de esa copa, ¿no? I send energy of, for example, cup 1 from this cup to people. I can select which energy I want to transfer mentally. I put my hands around the cup and then I send the energy. The cup is, this cup has about 4 liters or 5 liters of water. Esta copa tiene como 5 litros de agua más o menos, o 6, I don't remember. Bueno, ¿está? that I put a lamp beneath to see it because it was night. Mira, no tenés un video más. Ese puede ser. I think that was the second day, I think. ¿No tenés uno más? Último. No. Oh, that's my graph. capacitors in nano coating. All the coils in the universe cup of universe are 18 turns anticlockwise. Todas las bobinas que puse tienen 18 vueltas antihorario. And I think that's all. I'm just now making my first MAGRAV because I have only 1 year in the Keshe Foundation team. So I behind all of you. Les digo que estoy haciendo mi primer MAGRAV, porque yo hace 1 año y poco que estoy en esta fundación. And I'm translating to paper the Blueprint Week in 2015, those 13 workshops that Mr. Keshe gave us. So I'm learning a lot from there. Le digo que estoy traduciendo los talleres de la Semana de los Planos de 2015. And every Wednesday we are reading that translation to Spanish group. It's amazing the knowledge that Mr. Keshe gave us.
Well, that's right. That was an important time back then, and Mr. Keshe refers that most of us, or all of us, missed part of that teaching. So perhaps you can pick up the thread there and relay back to us some of the information that was missed about the MAGRAV systems in particular. He says they're much more important than most of us give them credit for. So if you discover something special with the MAGRAV, that would be great if you could report back in testimonials or the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group.
Okay. Rick dice que Mr. Keshe dice que en esa época hay un montón de datos y cosas muy interesantes y que volvamos atrás a esas enseñanzas. Y me dice que si yo encuentro cosas en detalle y cosas interesantes o si me ocurre algo que lo reporte, que lo informe. And in my translations, that takes me a lot of time, as you know, I put all in PDF, in Word, and then in PDF with all the details I can. For example, one workshop takes me 3 or 4 days to translate it and put it in Word with all the drawings that Mr. Keshe make there. And if you like, we have it, but we have it in Spanish. But from Word from Spanish to English, somebody can do that work if you like. I'm specialized in translating to Spanish and for our team, Spanish team, and we are learning a lot about those workshops. It's amazing the information and the detail that Mr. Keshe showed in those times, ¿no? Es increíble los detalles que Mr. Keshe nos da en esos talleres. Este miércoles van a ver algunos y yo como que me especialicé un poco en tratar de poner en el PDF, en el Word, con todos los dibujos y traducción, porque considero que ahí plasmamos, digamos, valga la redundancia el plasma, plasmamos los detalles técnicos finos, digamos, ¿verdad? Y las palabras correctas. We settled there the right words for this technology, and we learn a lot because it's settled in the paper, no? If you want to have them, you can ask Lily or me, and I can send you all the papers. I started translating when I entered this foundation, the workshops last year, with all the cups. So I have all the cups translated, all the workshops from the cups. Okay. Oh, there is a tank. Oh, pon ese video, Lily. Look what I've done here. I've done a tank with guns in it. Those guns are cup number 2, and I have the same with cup number 1. And the tank is settled with, is configured with a pyramidal structure, 1 at the top and 4 at the bottom, and a little jar with amino acids. And the energy is amazing. It's more energy. That water has more energy than the water guns of the same guns. I learned from this, from the Alex teachings that I translated as well. Those 21 classes he gave us to the Spanish team, I have translated about 17 of them. And I discovered in the neutron maths that the neutron energy was higher with a pyramidal structure, more than ¿cómo decir? Formación estelar, star formation. And I decided to do these tanks, 2 of them, for people to take the water and give them to the people. I bottled this water, as you see there, in 5-liter bottle, plastic bottle, and the energy is very, very high, and the energy is of the force of the guns there. Le digo que estoy haciendo, ¿no tenés el video del tanque 1? Tal vez donde mido la energía con el péndulo, Lili. Estaba diciendo a Rick que hice los tanques, como ustedes ya saben, hice los tanques con formación piramidal, que tomé la idea de las clases de Alex, de la matemática del neutrón. Él explicó que la energía del neutrón tenía más energía cuanto más hacia arriba iba, y formaba como una formación piramidal. Entonces de ahí saqué la idea, más que la formación estelar. Pero en definitiva es lógico, porque la interacción de los campos de 5 frascos creo que es mayor a la de 4 frascos. ¿Tienes, Lili, el video con la medición del péndulo? Si no, te lo paso. ¿Me escuchas? I have a friend here in Uruguay, I'm in Uruguay, Montevideo, that uses the pendulum radiesthesia. He uses, I don't know the word in English, if you help me. Ah, there he is. He measured the energy. He's a history teacher, and he uses this method. And he came home and he measured the energy of the tank. Then he measured the energy of a plastic rod there to see that it doesn't have energy. ¿Puedes poner el volumen, Lili? Okay.
Sí, pero lo bonito es que la farmacéutica te presenta esta medicina.
No, eso no es el audio. He shows that the energy of the tank is about more than 15,000 bobbies, units. And he explained to me that health person has about 7,000 or 8,000, and then in deaf things have 0, 3,000 about. Then he measures the plastic there, and he explained to me that he connects to what he's measuring with the pendulum. Okay. El siguiente, that is the 1 cup tank from guns of cup 1. In each jar, I put different amount of ganses, and the water from the tank is about more than 25,000 units, 30 or 40. It's amazing, as you see. And
excuse me, is that showing that it's like off the scale?
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So
yes.
He has to sort of estimate because it's so far off the scale.
Yes, it's out of scale. And the water in the 5-liter tank you see there is from my room, and I have jars with guns, the same guns, and I take the water, and the energy of those ones is less, and the water in those 5-liter were in contact with the guns. So I agitate my jars, and then I take the water the 25 hours later, when the gun settles down, and the energy is less than the water, the plasma liquid water in the tank that has doesn't have contact with the guns, but it's in the magnetic gravitational fields of all the jars. As you all know, the energy goes, the flow of the energy goes from jar to jar inside, and they form a liquid free plasma, and it's amazing the quantity. He's measuring a GANS jar of cup 1, no, of cup 1, yes, that has salt water. I didn't wash that one, and all this is to see how the difference are of the fields. No, there you have calcium, GANS, magnesium, and the energy is very high, as you see, more than scale. The top scale is about 25,000. No, sorry, that was zinc and CO2. Sorry, and then magnesium. And then CH3. The CH3 was the highest, but I think the video cuts before he's going to measure, because I was with low battery. It's very interesting because you can demonstrate the energy, no? It's the only thing I can use to measure this. I don't have sophisticated machines here. Bueno, le estaba diciendo a Rick que la energía, como me la midió mi amigo, que es radiestesista, con el péndulo, como ven ahí, las unidades, ahí se va a cortar, pero el CH3 es el que más tiene. Y él hace contacto con lo que quiere medir. He makes contact with what he wants to measure. He get very exhausted once he went from out of home. That I think is calcium and cup 2, and the other one is, I don't remember. Ah, no, the other one is cup of soul, the zinc part. Y entonces él medía a los distintos GANs que yo tenía y salió muy, muy cansado, ¿no? Después de medir todo eso. Él mismo cansado, muy cansado, porque él contacta con la energía. Entonces le consume energía, ¿no? Y bueno, todo esto es muy, muy lindo porque demuestra mucho cómo podemos tener una idea de lo que estamos manejando. Lo estamos manejando y no lo vemos, entonces, pero está. Y tiene un alcance bastante interesante, ¿no? Los campos de energía sobrepasan la materia, como ya vimos varias veces en los talleres, en los de Alex sobre todo también, y salen afuera de lo que es el frasco de vidrio, ¿no? Y del tanque, obviamente, ¿no? This is to see that the fields are coming out from the jars and from the tanks, and we are surrounded with plasma fields all around us here. So my house is a dome. I have all sort of type of guns, and well, these two tanks, and I have the capacity now to put 2 or 3 more tanks. And I was preparing myself to all the things that are coming. If you're conscious about all the things we have to, all the people that we have to supply this in the way that they are being accepted, this technology, they are going to start consuming it. And not I try to make people make their cups, but they don't do it. They want the water. That's why I increase myself in a little production, but today I can produce and give the water to 1,000 people per month, more or less. Yo hice una ampliación un poco de lo que es la producción porque con el tanque, por ejemplo, porque vi que yo quería que las excellent, that's the, pon eso, no, poneme ese plasma libre. Y bueno, hice una ampliación de la producción porque yo quería que la gente hiciera su copa y todo eso, y no, la gente no la hace, no las cuida, no se preocupa. De repente en 100 personas encontrás una, que sí, pero en general no. Y por eso hice la ampliación de producción. Hoy puedo con 1000 personas. Lili, ¿podés poner esa foto última? ¿Que se te fue? That last photo is an explanation of the free plasma in star formation in the Maghreb blueprint week. If you remember, Rick, he showed the fields in different colors. And that was the explanation of how free plasma is. Yes.
Sorry, are we able to see that now? Are you showing that?
I'm asking Liliana. Yes, I'm asking Liliana. Lili.
Sí. Ok, aquí estoy. ¿Qué pasó, Santi?
La foto que
perdón.
Que la última que pusiste foto. Del... Sí, la del
perdón.
plasma libre.
Ok, esa que no... vale, ahorita la pongo. ¿Esta?
No, esa, that one. You remember the Rick? That one, that's
yeah, with the free plasma, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's amazing the knowledge he is giving to us. And I think I as you know, I'm a civil engineer, no? And I was teacher in the university, so I have the ability to prepare classes. And I took this technology in that way. I want to prepare for the future generation to have the tools in paper to study and to teach everyone. But my job is personally and is for the Spanish team, because I was born in Uruguay, and my Spanish is the mother tongue, and we all are missing a lot of details and teaching and knowledge because of the language. It's not my case because I went to a British school, so I am practicing again my English forgotten. So welcome.
Well,
it's amazing the work we are doing.
I would say so too. That's exactly what I was going to say. Congratulations on the work you're doing, and supplying 1,000 people a month with Gans water is a pretty incredible feat in itself, and you should be proud of yourself for that. Thank you for that. Well,
that's
thank you.
That's a lot.
I'm proud to be here with you.
Well, I think you'll come up with all kinds of uses and practical applications and experiments and so on. Being an engineering type, then your mind works in certain ways, as I know, and you like to push experiments and try things and so on. So I think you're going to have a lot of fun with all of this.
A lot of fun and a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
A lot of work.
It becomes your life work, basically, and it's a way of service, and that's what it's all about, and that's what you've entered into and understand, and you're probably getting more from just being of service to your life, compared to just getting knowledge and accumulating more that way. You have an emotional response from all this, and the gratitude from people and so on. So you've entered into that giving and taking of the fields, basically. So you're enacting it as well as understanding the theory. This is great.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I prepare a very, very nice how do you say? Déjame ver en español. Workshop, you can say. That is in video. It's 1 hour and 34 or 40 minutes in Spanish. But with all the videos from the foundation, how the plasma is created and the maggraph fields and the nano, it's 1 hour and 40 to explain the people. It's very well organized, that workshop. We have it in YouTube in Spanish.
Well, that's something that you could consider presenting to the KF TV media people, and they can see if they can work it into their schedule, because they're looking for productions of up to 2 hours long for a show. And that would be a perfect example for the Spanish crowd. And if they really like it, then they might want to translate it into other languages as well.
Of course. Liliana has the responsibility.
Okay.
Lili, te mandé al frente.
She probably knows
knows
about the KF TV stuff, yeah.
Yes, we've been preparing in March, but it didn't went very right. Le digo, Lili, que le estuve contando a Rick que tenemos una grabación de un taller que hice yo para la gente de aquí, que es de 1 hora 40 más o menos, de la tecnología toda bien hilvanada, con todos los videos de la fundación. It's very interesting because I show all some devices I've been creating here with rings and the paint pen and all those stuffs, and the people are amazing knowing this. And it was all to 400 employees of one company here that is very, very aligned with the things about energy and all those things. Esto todo fue para la compañía AMEC, que ustedes conocen, que está alineada con todo lo que es la energía, la prevención y todo eso. Y me dice Rick que podríamos hacer ese video para la televisión. Yo le cedo todos los derechos, obviamente, no tengo problema, obviamente. Okay, we are on the road.
Genial, Santi. Ya ves, te dije que había que traducirlo al inglés.
Sí. We
Muchas
have to
gracias.
translate it to English. But Rick, I have a lot of work to do with this. I don't have spare time. I work all day in this, and a little things about to get some income. We are complicated with incomes here, so I do what I can. And if I'm not present, it's not. I don't want. It's I can't sometimes.
Well, we appreciate all that you do, and yep, check in when you can, and we would love to hear from you.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted with all this group.
Thank you for your service to the community, Santi, and all the others.
We are all in the same group.
Muchas gracias, Rick. Muchas gracias, Mark. Y bueno, no sé si por ahí todavía Deva, si quiere compartir.
Okay. Ellie says, thank you, Rick. Thank you, Mark. And she says if Deva wants to share with us.
No, se salió Deva. Ok, está Patricia y Raquel. Adelante, Pati, si quieres compartir algo.
¿Pueden compartir pantalla?
Buenas tardes. Disculpa, no tengo por muy nueva aquí. I'm sorry, I am so new in the technology. I cannot share yet. Thank you.
Pero puedes compartir las experiencias que hemos tenido con los ejercicios de los campos que nos enseñó Jalal, o del taller del señor Keshe del 134 que hemos practicado. Tú que eres flexible, esa parte sí, también. Creo que es un testimonio.
Okay. I will. Después de... ¿Está Pati por ahí?
Hello? Are we good? I'm not sure what's happening there.
Santi te puede traducir, Raquel, pero creo que...
Sí, I'm waiting if they are going to share or not. ¿Vas a compartir?
No, solo va a platicar.
¿Pati?
Okay.
¿Pati? ¿O yo? ¿Lily?
Tú, Raquel.
Okay, that's my turn. I'm sorry. Yes. I prefer Santi translate me because my English is not too good. So, entonces Santi, la experiencia del taller de Yalal donde se mueve la copa, te envié, Liliana, donde moví los alfileres. Lo tienes en tu chat.
Ponlo, Lili. Te pido que hables, ponele un minuto y yo traduzco, porque si no...
Sí, traduce esto y ahorita vuelvo a hablar.
Sí. Raquel is wanting to show us the workshop we have with Jalal and how we can move objects. She moved some pins, and we are expecting Liliana to show us that video. A ver, dale, seguí.
No estaba tratando de mover ningún alfiler. No estaba tratando de enfocarme en ese objeto. Me di cuenta hasta mucho después que terminamos la práctica.
Okay. Her intention it wasn't to move those pins. She realized they moved when the workshop was finished.
Entonces,
Sí.
Lili, ¿tienes por ahí la foto? Lili, do you have the picture there?
Sí, Raquel.
La figura,
¿Podrías-
Lili, de los alfileres de Raquel.
¿La figura de qué?
De
los alfileres están en tu
Ah, ok, vale.
En tu Telegram.
Telegram. The picture is in Telegram, and Lily is going to share with us. Explícanos
Eso fue
qué
lo
pasó.
que pasó. Ok, eso fue lo que pasó después. Enseña la foto donde los tengo alineados, Lili. Soy muy cuidadosa con mis alfileres porque luego me ando pinchando. Entonces siempre los tengo de este modo.
She always has her pins in that position. ¿Ok? ¿Y qué pasó?
Entonces yo trabajo en mi taller y entonces estaba yo sola haciendo los ejercicios del vaso de agua para mover el vaso.
¿Dónde está el vaso?
Está como a 20 centímetros de ahí, hacia la izquierda, estaba puesto el vaso y mis manos.
She was working with the jar of water, which is 20 centimeters to the left. And
Entonces,
she was working in her workshop with Jalal. Sí.
Entonces estábamos haciendo la práctica ahí, acá en el grupo hispano, tratando de mover el vaso, hacer los ejercicios, hacer como el Jalal dijo. Entonces, terminamos de hacer toda la práctica y me di cuenta que los alfileres estaban del otro modo.
Poné la otra figura, Lili, ¿puedes? When she finished the workshop with Jalal, trying to move the glass jar, she realized that all the pins were in that position. Bien. Continúa.
No considero que sea ninguna superdotada, nada, solo estoy probando que la energía funciona y podríamos lograr algo.
Claro.
Ese es mi aporte hasta ahorita. La segunda...
She wants to show that with the energy we can make something. And that's the result, and she wants to show this experience here.
I'm not trying to be special or something. It's just trying to prove that energy, it works.
¿Eso qué es?
Esos son mis infinitos en el celular. Son mis triquetas en el celular para la señal de Wi-Fi de 5G.
Para la FEM.
Yeah.
That's her cell phone, with the nano-coated copper in that shape to protect from the frequencies.
For the 5G frequencies.
5G frequencies. And all the frequencies.
Yeah.
Qué lindo eso. ¿Los pegaste o los pusiste debajo del forro?
No, están pegadas con un tape transparente.
She stick them with a transfer tape. Yo las puse yo saqué el cobertor, el forro de protección y las puse adentro.
Pero es que este es de fierro, entonces no.
Sí, no
es
importa.
como de aluminio.
Claro.
No le da espacio, no cierra. Okay, traduces, please.
Sí, the cover of the phone is in metallic, so I took my cover, which is plastic, and put my infinity inside, between the cover and the phone, the mobile phone. She said that she couldn't do that.
Ok, la otra cosa que quiero compartir es que estaba al después de ese taller estaba tratando de volver a hacer el movimiento de la copa, porque es una copa de vino, de verdad, con tantita agua. Y estaba en mi cocina tratando de mover o hacer el ejercicio mientras que terminaba de hacer mi comida. Y entonces ya por algún motivo abandoné la práctica y se me quedó ahí hasta el siguiente día. ¿Puedes traducir?
Sí. She was in the kitchen and trying to move the cup. It's a wine cup. And she couldn't make it, and then she left it over there for the next day.
La copa tenía a mitad de agua.
It had half of the cup was about water.
Entonces se me olvidó y la dejé ahí hasta el siguiente día.
She forgot it there until the next day. ¿Y qué pasó después?
Entonces el otro día cuando fui a ver mi copa dije, bueno, me voy a tomar el agua. Y noté que tenía aminoácidos encima.
Mira. Pero nada de sal, ¿no?
Nada, era agua.
She went to drink the water, and she noticed that the water had some amino acids.
That was the next day.
¿No sacaste foto?
No.
She didn't took a picture. The next day, we can try that.
And then we are making a practice of that experience of mine. So we put the hands in a cup, trying to translate some energy into the water. So is what we are doing as a practice as Hispanic group. So if you can try this and share with us what happened. Le estoy diciendo que es lo que hice yo, entonces estamos tratando de transferir la energía al agua y que nos compartan si quieren ellos hacer la práctica. That's all my share for today. Thank you.
Gracias.
Yes, thank you very much. Quite interesting with the needles there.
Yeah, very interesting.
If you could find a way to replicate that or control that, you'd really have something.
Si podemos lograr eso, tendremos algo interesante.
I really don't know how to do that.
Well, that's what we need to learn, is things like that. So thank you for observing.
Son las cosas que tenemos que aprender, ¿no? Y dice, gracias por observar. Hay que observar mucha cosa alrededor nuestro porque no son cosas que vemos, ¿no? Se van a generar a través de los campos. Sí podemos sentirlos, pero es una habilidad, como nos decía en las clases Alex. we have to keep observing because we don't see the fields unless you have that ability. I know a person that has that ability here in Uruguay. He came to my house and saw the five cups, the stacker, and I had the jars with the guns at 1 meter, and she told me she was seeing all the energy going and coming back from the cups to the jars and to the jars to the cup, and I went amazing because I can feel them, but I can't see them. So le explicaba que bueno, tenemos que estar observando lo que les dije recién porque no vemos los campos, sino que los sentimos, ¿no? Y pasan cosas. Y como yo le comenté que vino una persona a casa y vio las 5 copas y los frascos con gas de las 5 copas, y me dice, ¿cómo va la energía para acá y para allá? Y va y viene. Y yo le digo, ¿podés verlas? Sí, me dice. Y bueno, that's all.
Rick, we're seeing somebody's desktop here and the gallery view of the Zoom participant.
Whoops.
I think you're...
Thank you.
Thank you, sorry. Sorry for interrupting here.
No.
Back to your regular programming. Okay, thank you, Mark. Well, that was quite interesting. Thanks a lot, you guys, for your input there.
Yeah, there's a lot of energy being input in by Santi and all the others. That was interesting, the demonstration on the pendulum. Very interesting. Sometimes I often wonder if that was like a voltmeter. Does the pendulum get damaged from interaction with the fields? Of course, the voltmeter is an electronic device, and the pendulum, I guess it can be made of many different materials. I wonder if that has a carryover effect.
The only thing I know is what this friend of mine told me, that he connects with the pendulum, and any pendulum is good, and you have to connect with it and measure the energy, because I asked him what happened if you are measuring an energy of a jar and there's another jar 20 centimeters beside, and he told me, no, I connect with what I want to measure. That's what he told me. And somebody posted a very interesting work in the Telegram group about pendulums. It's there. Tú, Lili, ¿sabes? Alguien publicó algo del péndulo el otro día, un PDF de, no sé, 300 páginas explicando todo. There were... ¿lo viste?
Santi.
¿Sí?
Habla Alenka. Yo soy radiestesista.
Bueno, Alenka
la vez pasada les hice...
Dale.
La vez pasada les hice un pequeño taller cortito sobre el péndulo, solamente para iniciar en el uso del péndulo. Y si ustedes quieren, puedo hacer otro.
Alenka
y un poco más, con más tiempo.
Sí. She uses this,
soy radiestesista.
This method.
No solamente uso el péndulo, sino que soy radiestesista.
And she did a workshop to us explaining the use of this pendulum. And she can do another one if you want, if you like.
Para los que quieran.
No, I sort of investigated pendulums a little bit, I think at the beginning when I was in the foundation. And I thought there is a procedure for possibly cleaning pendulums or balancing the energy. I thought I was reading about that sometimes they have to do that with these pendulums. And that's why I just thought I'd brought that up and wonder if the gentleman said my pendulum acts differently.
Oh.
Then
Hay muchas cosas. Hay muchas cosas que se pueden hacer con el péndulo, no solamente medir o balancear energías.
I thought they do like a cleansing
Excuse me,
or a
we hear confusing voices here in the background. Is there somebody with a TV show or something on the
I'm
background?
sorry. Yeah, I think it's, I am in the other, in the other lesson, Spanish group.
¿Alguien está?
Go down there. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's too many conversations.
Yeah,
Getting
the
hard to
pendulum
follow.
is one.
Okay,
The
so
pendulum is one of the tools used in radiesthesia or radionics, and there are many things, many tools. Not only the pendulum, there are other tools, and they can be used for many other uses also. Not only measuring or balancing, but other uses also. We can test.
Oh, for sure. I think John in Arizona uses the dowsing method.
Yes, that's a dowsing.
One of them, yes.
I put a translator here. Dowsing is radiesthesia. Is okay?
Exactly, sí.
Okay, dowsing. I don't know the word. I didn't know the word. Now I know it. Dowsing.
Yes, dowsing. That's right.
Dowsing. Okay.
And there is a famous dowser in the United States, Raymond Grace. And he uses for just about anything for cleaning or purifying water and large amounts of waters, ponds or lakes, or the water supply of a city in the United States.
Alenka nos dice que en Estados Unidos hay un radiestesista muy famoso. ¿Cómo era el nombre?
Raymond Grace.
Raymond Grace. Me suena
Que purifica el agua.
De algún canal de cable, me suena de History de algún lado. Raymond Grace,
Puede ser.
que usa el péndulo para muchas cosas, para todo, que purifica el agua, muchos litros de agua.
Purifica agua de los que suministran a veces agua a una ciudad entera.
Mira,
hay muchos usos del péndulo porque es una herramienta para medir, para transmitir energía, para mandar información. Hay muchos usos.
Ponelo en inglés.
Oh, there are many uses for.
Se cortó. She was telling that there are a lot of uses for this pendulum. To send energy, to balance energy, to see how much energy.
To one of my grandsons. Si quieres lo traduce al español.
Sí, sí.
O después lo digo en español. And then I couldn't get him to know what color he wanted for a pocket knife. And then I doused it because I couldn't get in touch with him. And it turned out that the result was green. And a few minutes afterwards, my daughter called me and said, Salvador wants green. So I've had many opportunities to check, to counter, ¿cómo se diría? Se diría contra verificar o verificar la exactitud del resultado. I've had many opportunities to check about the correctness of the results. The more you use it, the better you are at it. Lo más que uno lo usa es lo más que va a ser más acertado. Solo quería compartir eso. Yo con mucho gusto. La práctica, sí. And whenever you want, we can have a a short workshop, not necessarily everything, but at least to learn to start on it. Y les digo que podemos hacer un taller donde les puedo enseñar por lo menos lo principal, lo más importante para empezar a usar esa herramienta.
¿Cuál es el péndulo
¿Y
más
el grupo?
que más te parece que es el que mejor podría una persona utilizar? O si tú cuando querés tener un péndulo, digamos como, me hace acordar a Harry Potter, ¿no? Que la varita te elegía a ti. Si tenés algún material específico que sea lo mejor, si es de qué material, o para tú empezar
Bueno,
a usarlo.
ok. Si
Lo
quieres
pongo
le
en inglés.
traduces para...
Sí.
Sí.
I asked Alenka which material is adequate for you to use if you want to start using the pendulum. I remember Harry Potter that the material picks you up, not you to the material, no?
Well, there are many types of pendulums. So many that it would be too long to explain here. But the one I use is an Egyptian pendulum because I use it not only for testing, but also for emitting and receiving energy and information. And that is a pendulum which is made of wood, and it is completely natural, and it has the properties of emitting and receiving information and radiations. But there are many. You can start with just a screw hanging from a cord. You can
metal.
You will by seeing the pendulums, you will decide which one is the best one for you, because it depends on what you are going to use it on or for. Si quieres lo traduces.
Bueno, se puede utilizar cualquier material, pero ella utiliza un material que es de egipcio, de madera natural, que recibe y emite energía. Y bueno, se puede usar cualquier cosa, hasta un tornillo colgado de una cuerdita, podrías utilizarlo, pero después te vas a ir adaptando al tipo de péndulo que más te guste, te convenga.
So, so your short workshop might be something you could do in the Keshe plasma reactor group, for example. That would be a good place to present something like that.
Yes.
So that's an idea. I don't know if it's appropriate for the testimonials group. Probably not as far as a full thing like that. But if it could be associated with, testing the plasma technology specifically, then that might be appropriate for this group as well. So you could think about that if you want to do a presentation.
Bueno, si quieres hacer una presentación, podríamos hacerla en el taller.
Not for today, because we're shorter in time
now. No, I would have to prepare it.
Mm-hmm.
You set the time and we are there. Que diga la fecha, nosotros tenemos allí.
Well, the plasma group
I would need at least.
The plasma group is every week. It's coming up Wednesday. It's starting at 7 a.m. Central European Time. Usually goes for about 5 hours. So there's time from 7 a.m. Central European Time till noon, basically, to be able to get in there if you like. I would welcome you in that group. And if you want to do something for the testimonials, that would be lovely too. And that would be for next month, in this second Monday of the month, which is, geez, we're going to be in December already, and it will be December 13th. December 13th is our next testimonials meeting. So either way, that would be fine, or both even. Because it's an interesting topic, and it's something that's come up before, and it's a way that people feel the fields, essentially. It's a way of interpreting the fields, or giving some sort of, would you say, some sort of numerical sort of value to it, some kind of you know, on a scalar quality that we can sort of count on, that will be consistent each time. And it all depends, of course, on the person that's doing it, but for those that are experienced, seem to be able to replicate the experience quite well. Like you mentioned, dowsers, for example. There's dowsers that people that drill wells regularly use dowsers to find water, and it's kind of a strange idea to people that aren't used to that, and they think it's all kind of witchcraft or something. But to the dowsers, they know, and lots of people are dowsers, and even a dowser will say, "Here, you put this in your hands, and you can do it too." You know. So we're all dowsers, really, right?
We are.
Yes. Dice Rick que bueno, que podríamos hacer algo como para el 13 de diciembre, preparar testimonios y ese taller del péndulo, porque es muy interesante, porque es una forma de comprobar un poco, de alguna manera poder medir y ver las diferencias, como en el caso que me pasó a mí, de ver la diferencia entre un tanque, la misma agua del GANS, pero no en el tanque, sino en contacto con los GANS y otro tipo de cosas. Y bueno, y bueno, perder eso que siempre se dijo, ¿no? Que si hay gente que quiere perforar el agua y viene con las varitas, ¿no? Y una persona que cuando se le cruzan las varitas dice, acá tenés que perforar, que no sea como algo de brujería, ¿no? Sino que tiene una base científica debido a los campos magnéticos gravitacionales. Sí, es así, ¿no?
Sí, es una buena forma de trabajar con los campos.
Claro.
It's a good way to work with the fields.
Fíjate que yo cuando empecé, hace 30 años, más o menos, 35 años, fui a una obra, justo increíblemente Pepsi-Cola, y esa empresa habían perforado un pozo para agua potable y lo había hecho un radiestesista con las varillas. Y para mí eso no tenía ningún fundamento científico, digo, que viene con unas varillitas y las cruza. Y hace 35 años, ¿no? I was telling that when I started in a construction building in PepsiCo, here in Colonia, in Free Zone, Uruguay, they went with a person that showed them where to make the hole for water. And I said that didn't have a scientific base. I couldn't understood it. And now with this science, it's amazing. We can respond to all that. Nosotros con esta ciencia podemos responder a todo eso.
Santi, disculpa que te interrumpa.
Sí.
Esto que están requiriendo, ¿sería posible que te consultara con la fundación a ver si se puede hacer ese workshop para todo el mundo? Para que no se vaya a confundir o no vaya a ser un objeto de ataque contra la asociación de que se está haciendo algo de esto, precisamente brujerías. Si pudiera ser a través de un permiso, sería mejor asegurar.
Bueno, Rick nos está invitando al taller del Plasma Reactor, ¿no? Ese taller empieza a las 7 a.m., creo que dijo 7 a.m. set, y duran 5 horas, así que puede durar hasta el mediodía. Entonces nosotros tenemos que ajustar nuestro tiempo, coordinar, avisar y programarlo y ya está.
Sí, sería mejor asegurarse de que esté correcto.
Ya nos invitó, así que creo que está bien. Digo, me parece brillante. Thank you very much, Rick, for the invitation. We are going to program something. We have 1 month. Time is flying fast.
Yes, indeed, indeed. June 6th will be here before we know it. So
Didn't he change to the 21st of December?
Yes, well, he said that if not the 21st of December, then the 6th of June, one or the other, it seems, or maybe both.
I'm expecting it.
Yeah, indeed. All right, well, thanks so much for your input from the Spanish sector there. That was fantastic to hear from you.
Thank you. Gracias Lili.
Muchas gracias. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.
¿Vamos para el taller?
Thank you.
Okay.
And Alenka.
Okay.
Liliana, ¿nos vamos para el taller?
Sí, vámonos.
Bueno, goodbye to all of you. We are going to our workshop. You are cordially invited if you like. You have to speak Spanish.
Spanish and English. Están los dos. En español y en inglés. Porfa, Santi, si los quieres invitar.
Sí, ya los invité. You can go there. Goodbye.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, yeah, we are getting close to the 2-hour mark here. But, Stefania, if you want to go ahead, or if there's anybody else that wanted to present a testimonial here, that would be okay. We can go a bit extra and hear from whoever has something they'd like to present. That's what we're here
Hello,
for.
Good evening. Can you hear me, Rick?
Yes, clearly. Do you want to go ahead?
Okay, perfect. Yes, I'm gonna be super brief. First of all, just want to say thank you, Santiago, and all Spanish community. It would be great to have them also in One Planet, One Nation, One Race, to show how the community work together. That would be really great. So thank you so much for your work. I just wanted to give a testimonial. I'm going to be very brief. I always found that I realized the importance of the guns when I'm not well. I really understand how really good are. So I'm going to share a personal experience that I had. I think it was more than a month ago now. I went to see my sister, and her daughters had sore throat, headaches and fever. Anyway, I went back home, and the next day I woke up myself as well with sore throat and fever and headaches. And I was feeling very, very weak, so I didn't have even the energy to go out to the bed. So what I did, I took like a bowl of water, a bowl like a salad bowl, like a container, and I mixed the plasma water of cup 1 and the cup 2. Roughly was like 80% of cup 1 and 20% of cup 2. And then I took 2 face cloths and I dipped them in the water. I was next to the bed, so I couldn't do much because I was on my own and I couldn't do much to look after myself. So I had to find a simple way that I could do it on my own. So I just put 2 face cloth, into the bowl, and I was rinsed the water out and put it one in my head, and then I put a wool hat to keep me warm. And then the other one, I put it around my throat, and then a wool scarf. And then I had a spray of cup 1 and a spray of cup 2. And I spray myself under the bed. And I kept doing this on and off. So every time I feel too hot or every time I felt the need, I was doing this. And from no energy and really very weak and big sore throat, I couldn't speak, and big headache, like a really big headache. The next day, my fever was gone and my energy was back. And then the sore throat was gone. So in one day only of doing this, my sore throat was gone and my fever was gone and my strength was back. So I still stayed in bed just because I didn't want to overdo it. And but I had this enormous headache, like I couldn't move my head. Every time I moved my head, I was nearly crying. I never had a pain like that before. So I continued with the cloth on and off. And now and then I changed the water. I put more water because as you use it, it's run out. So you have to kind of replace the water. No guns, just plasma water of cup 1 and cup 2 and 2 cloth. And then the following day, my headache was gone completely. Obviously, every time I put the cloth with the plasma water that I rinsed on my throat and on my head, I could feel instant relief. Like definitely it would make the pain goes down or the sore throat goes down. So I always had that immediate effect. But then I was very surprised, like 2 days later, I just didn't have any more headache at all. And no more sore throat, no more fever, so much that I could go back and do my usual work. So I was fit to work and do all my stuff around the house as well. By the 3rd day, I was back to work, back to normal life. So I wanted to share this because when you're healthy, it's like Santi said, not everyone can see the fields, or maybe not everyone can feel them or see them. So it looks just like a water. And if you're healthy and you drink the water, still, yeah, you have the sweet taste. You can tell the water is being cleaned. That we can tell. But you realize the importance. I mean, for me, I realize the importance of the plasma every time I'm not well. The speed of recovery for me is always, to me, it always surprised me. Even those, I now have been using it quite a bit. And I think it's very important to have a solution. For example, here I live in the middle of nowhere and I have no car. So if something happened, I cannot just go to the doctor or can go to whatever. So I have to find solution where I am. And it's definitely the plasma. It's always never let me down. Another time I have access in my tooth, connected to the woman that she shared experience with the teeth. I had a big access, and so bad I couldn't move my jaw. But I already shared in the past testimonial. So even then, after 2 hours, it was gone, and I thought I would have to go in the hospital. And then when I went to the dentist 2-3 days later, he couldn't believe me. I had an abscess, but it was so bad that I couldn't close my jaw. So I noticed also that when you're healthy, I tend to forget to use it, or when we're healthy, maybe you don't use as much. But definitely when you're not well, it really is a savior. That's it. I just want to share this. Thank you.
Thank you, Stefania, for your personal testimonial there. You've had quite a few examples of how the GANS technology has helped you through some tough times, difficult health situations, so very good.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Yeah. I mean, as you know, in the past, I really truly believe that Mr. Keshe, to me, he saved my life. When I was very, very ill, and I had to do the protocol non-stop for 15 hours. So a trick I learned from Mr. Keshe is that whatever you have, you should not stop until you are feel good again or better again, and all the symptoms are gone. That is something that I learned from Mr. Keshe. And the bath for me, they were a very lifesaver too. I spend hours in the baths because you really feel the relief. You really feel this energy goes around your body and really sort you out your body. If you have a pain in the body, you can really feel that the more you stay in the bath, the more the pain goes. And then you come out with no pain. So I really recommend it. And you just remind me, for example, at the moment now, I have friends who going through conventional radiation for cancer. And he was so much in pain that he couldn't sit, he couldn't stand, nothing. So he was very, very desperate. And I then remember from a testimonial in Wikipedia that a person used the plasma for reduce the side effect of medication and reduce pain during chemotherapy and radiotherapy. So I just produced the plasma of cup 1, cup 2, gave it to him, constant bottle. I produce a regularly bottle for him. And he didn't know anything about plasma, very skeptical, but he was very desperate for find anything. So I give those plasma. And now he cannot stop to thank me because he told me that the pain reduced 80%, and now he can go out and walk, and it's big improvements, big improvements. And I remember a class from Mr. Keshe that he talked about this, that is very good to combine with any conventional treatment to reduce the side effect of medication. So I really recommend it.
Okay, thank you very much, Stefania. And is there anybody else who would like to come forward with any testimonials or comments before we wrap up here? Okay, well, I'd like to play the video from the Keshe Foundation introducing the new horizontal enhancement unit. And
Rick, I just want to say, if I may, congratulations on 5 years here in the public testimonials. Has that been you the whole time?
Has it been 5 years? I guess it's 5, 12, 60. That's right.
It's one a month. I was looking at that, and you know, now you've earned your 5-year pin.
God, and another one. My chest is getting heavy.
And I know you're not one to toot your own horn, so to speak, or, you know, shout out, but we want to thank you. And I'll just say from all of us, you've been an inspiration, and I know it hasn't been easy, but you've made it through and you've persevered. And I think there's so many good things just right around the corner that some of the new testimonials will all be weeping when we hear them, because they are going to be so powerful.
Well, that has happened before, both in this workshop and in the Keshe Plasma Reactor group, that people have wept for the gratitude that they've had for encountering the technology and using it. So this is one of the common themes, and is very important, and that's what kind of powers the word of mouth, that people spread the knowledge so readily and so on, because they do have good results, and it does make a difference in their lives.
Right, and look at the continents that were here today, from South America to North America to the Europeans and so on. And we know this technology is being used in all cultures and by all races around this planet.
Yes, indeed. And in fact, Mr. Keshe has tried to emphasize the cultures that are less represented normally, such as Iran and China and you know, North America.
Well, thanks. I just wanted to bring that up before I forgot. And I just noticed, and I said 60, but by 12, once that's 5 years. Wow.
Yeah, right.
So thank you so much for all your service to the entire globe and bringing this, because you're a pillar in the foundation, in and around the foundation. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Mark, and you're becoming quite the pillar yourself as well, with hosting so many workshops that it's almost uncountable at this point, and I appreciate it very much. And if you want to take over this one, you're completely welcome as well, and keep that in mind. And definitely interact at any point you wish in any of the workshops, as far as I'm concerned, Mark. So, alrighty, I think that's it for today, and we have the One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace coming up tomorrow on Tuesday, November 9th at 4 p.m. Central European Time. And we look forward to that. And of course, the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group that we talked about before is at 7 a.m. on Wednesday, November 10th. Starting at 7 a.m. Central European Time once again. All right, we'll end with the introducing the new horizontal enhancement unit video. It's about 6 minutes long. So thanks everyone, and we'll see you next time around. And also remember the Testimonials group next month will be on the 13th of December. Okay, bye for now.
The new Horizontal Enhancement Spaceship Unit. Plasma space technology that allows you to work with the fields of the universe. By creating a wide range of plasma field interactions and conditions, it allows the body to process itself from any physical or emotional imbalance. Once this balanced condition is achieved, the soul and the emotion of the man can follow to find their balance, elevating the whole of the man. The new Horizontal Enhancement Spaceship Unit. Technology of the future through advanced plasma knowledge.
The new, what we call the horizontal system. This is a breakthrough for the world of science and technology, where we can hold the soul and the physicality of the man in the same condition and operation for decades. We have the capability and the knowledge to hold on to the soul, but elevate the soul of the physicality till an illness has been processed by the two together. You can walk in with all sorts of conditions which are unthinkable today to overcome, and within hours and days you walk away with no condition. The new Horizontal Enhancement Unit, in conjunction embedded in a Universal Enhancement Unit, creates conditions which man of science and technology have never known. It creates a new condition that allows man to break through all barriers, all conditions, all plasma conditions which now has created crisis around the world, can, and within the interaction of the two systems together, create conditions that man will be from every condition of what we call collection of the fields of the plasmas in the universe. You walk on the surface of the planet, you absorb energy-packed plasmas which can endanger the life. You walk into the what we call horizontal system within a Universal Enhancement Unit, and within minutes, the balance of the fields completely allowing a new dimension and a new, what we call field transformation. In a way, if you look at this system, if you see and understand, at the moment today, we imprison our people because of their mental condition. Within minutes, within these systems, we can reach not only the soul of the man, but the conduct of the physicality of the man which connects to the soul of the man. The application and implication of the new horizontal system is beyond imagination. If you remember years ago, months ago, I explained that in the universe we have no prisons, no one misconducts, because man in the process of life will be put into these systems and you will see the change. There'll be no addiction. Those who are addicted to cocaine and heroin and the rest of it, within minutes in these systems will overcome the desire. The introduction of these systems brings a total radical change in the world of science and technology. It's not a theory. Some of these systems have already been tested and they show their effectiveness. They show their work. In a way, we change the prisons. We change sentencing to people to life in boxes, to enhancing the soul, the physicality, and within minutes, within days, they shall become a perfect man. These are not dreams anymore. These are the realities, systems, technologies which is available to man. It's the responsibility of the governments to promote and deliver these to the prison cells, to change and close the square boxes where we put many people for years without knowing why and what's the reason. This brings a closure to mental institutes where there is no need for man to be locked out when the level of the understanding of the soul of physicality and the soul of the man does not create the balance. This technology, introduction of the new horizontal and vertical system, is a major breakthrough in the work of the Keshe Foundation and in the time to come. We introduce to you today a massive, major breakthrough which many of you have been waiting for, and as of next year is available to all of us.